Although this bill was introduced in April of 2018, there are, it's still continuing. I mean, and this one will have you rolling on the floor. They want to have a gun offender registry, like if they were sex offenders. A gun offender registry. Just let that thing sink in. It's almost like they want to try and make up their own self-worth. These people in Congress, they need to be impeached. I mean, we the people need to impeach them. They are not following the Constitution. And actually, the Constitution says they should be removed immediately. And Trump talks about giving power back to the people. I haven't seen any power back coming to the people. I see a lot of power going to Israel, along with all of our money and weapons. And soon, blood, once again. But that's another conversation for another time. Okay, now they're going to say in this bill it's because women are killed by their partners. Well, yes, they are. But the statistics they throw out here are just, it's just ridiculous. Let's put it this way. Is somebody going to shoot their wife or their girlfriend, the police are going to know about it, and they'll be in the criminal database where they belong. Not a gun offenders registry. Because once you do a background check on these people, you're going to see they had a felony or assault with a weapon or anything. This whole thing is just laughable. I'm just going to go right through it and see how they do this with say, child abuse, kidnapping, theft, robbery, burglary, terrorism. When somebody is caught with these crimes, they go in the criminal database. And when you do a background check, when someone wants to purchase the gun, they show up. I truly believe that Congress and the Senate and the Supreme Court, they all have some kind of mental illness. They're mentally deranged. They have this mental illness. It's more important for the Democrats to get out there and just fight all the time. And it looks like the Republicans, all they ever do is lay down and whimper. And nothing ever gets done. But it's like the show never ends. And it's a continuous show of, we're going to take your rights, we're going to take your money, we are going to do what we want. You're not going to say a thing because we're not going to get anything done. Because we're going to put on the play again and fight with each other and nothing will get done. So, my suggestion is, and I've said this before, we the people should not be picking Democrat, Republican side. I mean, you could be either or you want, but be a realist. I mean, it was laughable, Pelosi up there in her Barbie doll blouse. It's so funny. I mean, that blouse was something a 20-year-old should wear. And that's another thing. Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and lots of them live well beyond their means. Now, that would be a red flag for them to be investigated. But I'll tell you this, too. My group and assassinate evils group, wrote many, many letters to Sessions and Trump requesting an investigation on Nancy Pelosi's finances, Chuck Schumer's finances, Mark Rubio's. He's compromised up the yin-yang. And that was before Bolton came, but we never got a response. The other thing we did, we wrote letters to Sessions and Trump and attached the Constitution, objecting to and asking for the immediate closure of all no-go zone and sanctuary cities. And what the Constitution says is that the government on any level cannot treat a group or one individual different than the others. That means by letting someone have a no-go zone or a sanctuary city, they are favoring a portion of the public, and they're not allowed to do that. It's a $10,000 fine for each lawmaker who allows that to go on. You think Sessions would know that? So it's just a show. They don't want to do anything because we don't object to them taking our money. The Federal Reserve lost $9 trillion. $9 trillion. $9 trillion, America, of your money. $9 trillion. They lost another $40 trillion in undocumented loans. That's it. Oh, let's add it. $49 trillion. And what did the Americans say? What? I can't hear you. Take some more? Take more of our money? That's exactly what you said. And it's so easy these days to make a request or a demand. You use the tweet, you use the email, and it takes seconds to put in demand petitions. Constitution does not say any of this horse shit where you have to have 100,000 before your employee, being the president or your representative of the state, the Senate, Supreme Court, whatever. Doesn't say you need 100,000 signatures before they answer. No. It says they addressed your grievances to one person. And that's where the demand petitions come in. You just write it on the top that it's a demand petition, and you as an American, under the right with the Constitution, demand the removal of Mark Rubio, Bolton, and Pompeo for interfering with a foreign country's elections, trying to overthrow a government, bribing that country's soldiers into treasonous acts against its own country. I mean, that has to be the lowest of lows. We even have laws here in the United States that's illegal. And they do it in front of your face and you do nothing. And what gets me is people cheer it. There are people out there cheering for the U.S. to invade Venezuela and kill some people. What is wrong with you people out there that's cheering that? I see it in the notes. You guys are psychopaths too and need to go to a FEMA camp. Crying out loud. Cheering for people to go and kill each other because the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers want some entertainment. And that's what it boils down to. There's a petition demand we should all agree upon. The Rothschilds, Rockefeller, Soros, Gates, and the like should be immediately arrested. There is enough proof of all of their crimes. I mean, how many children does Gates have to maim before he's arrested? or stoned to death in the country. I mean, that would really do it. I mean, that would take care of the problem when he went over to a country and after he maimed 40,000 children that will never walk again because of his polio vaccine. I'm surprised they didn't stone him. Okay, well, I'm way off subject here, but another ridiculous law. So it take you a couple of seconds to tweet here to the Attorney General, the new one, who I believe, and I haven't checked this, I think he's a dual citizen too. He's from that country that is the biggest terrorist country that your leaders pledge allegiance to, Israel. The country that did 9/11, and we the people are still allowing our government, especially Mr. America First. Everything Congress does is Israel first. I mean, $38 billion. And they get a lot more than that. And I've been shown a document which I will be narrating and putting up for Assassinate Evil. Well, this is back in the, I think, 60s or 70s. Israel was already getting $106 billion from American taxpayers. Imagine how much they're getting now. $38